Hey everybody, welcome back to a new episode of Omega Zone Gaming. So, for today, we're doing Star Ocean till the end of time. Now, for those who were expecting me to rip this game a wholly new one, I hate to break it to you, that wasn't going to happen. And for those Star Ocean fans who wanted me to praise this as the greatest one ever, also was not going to happen. Don't get me wrong, this game is not in any form a bad game. But it's also not realistically a great game either. It's average. So, the story starts out with you and your childhood friend on vacation with your parents. Very basic premise. And basically after that, an alien attack happens, you're decimated and separated, so on and so forth. There's some twists and turns that are controversial, and even though the game's a almost 20-year-old game, I'm not going to still ruin it. This is like early PS2 era, so I'm gonna say it's about 17 years old, give or take. I'm still not going to ruin those twists and turns for people who are really would be interested in seeing them. Suffice it to say, the story I'm going to give a 4 out of 5. It's a good story, and the twist, while it is nonsensical in its purest form, in my opinion, Matrix level of stupidness. You know, it does do what it set out to do. So, on to graphics. PS2, these graphics were ahead of their time, and they even somewhat hold up now. These graphics don't look horrible. I was expecting a disaster zone when I booted this up. And yes, while they're not the most impressive thing in the universe, they definitely do have a sense of age to them, while still being somewhat good. Especially in combat, you can't see a lot of it aside from buildings. This went for more the Final Fantasy IX-esque.
Well, of course.
That boy.
Oh, Meg.
Is that
Of course
Well, that sort of thing.
Yes,
Is it coming from inside?
As type of thing where, you know, everything's overhead. But you get
Excuse me.
stuff like this that looks really good.
Oh, Fate?
Hi there, Amina.
What are you doing here?
I was walking around out.
What a coincidence.
And who's this?
Oh, this is Fate. He's traveling to Aquios.
Why, all the way to up?
No, he's just... I thought you might have left by now.
So as you see, for anime style character graphics, they got that big eye, you know,
No, not yet. We'll stay in attorney for one
they
night.
use that,
Tomorrow morning.
I want to call it Toriyama art style.
Thanks anyway.
I know Toriyama didn't do this one, but
The two of us
they
are going
took it
into
more
the-
from the Chrono stuff.
You grew your own?
So, graphics for
These
the way
flowers
they
are
have
the kind you can
aged,
buy. You have to pick the flowers of the wishing.
I'm going to give graphics a 4 out of 5.
Charms of the. That's what that bouquet is.
So audio, you can hear the audio.
You pick a
Even
bouquet of
with
the
my
palmyra
voice, you can
flowers
hear the audio.
The palmyra flower is pretty hard to find, you know.
Voice acting is good.
Kinda like the four-leaf clovers that Sophia...
They say that your wish will come true, Palmyra, the goddess, but only if your wish is as true.
She really grants your wish.
That's right.
All of us want everyone in town feels that, but unfortunately, no.
Is that what you're wishing for too?
Me?
This girl wants to see her long. Of course, she wants the world.
Oh, don't.
Right, you're all...
And then, you know,
Well,
the music is just phenomenal. It's got this more upbeat
And I hope you...
quality to it.
I have. If you give up, then
Yeah.
I have.
Well, take care of yourself.
Please take care of yours. If you come through Paternia again,
I'll do that.
may the grace of Abris.
May the grace of
Goodbye.
So, you know, as I was saying, while we were having that conversation going, the audio is great. It's got good voice acting. The music is good. It keeps up with itself. The only thing I really don't like is the Resident Evil type footsteps. I get he's wearing armor, but Christ almighty God, that's some annoying footsteps. So, you know, if I had one bad thing to say about the audio, that it would be that. So, audio, I think I'm going to also give a 4 out of 5. Just simply because of those footsteps. Those footsteps are annoying. They annoy. But everything else, from the music to the voice acting to even water breaking in when you're near it, all that stuff sounds like really good. Like, I'm actually sometimes shocked how good it actually does sound. Okay, so gameplay. This breaks up into your typical RPG formula. I wonder which room is ours. It's obviously not that one. Is this one? Obviously not that one. Yeah, I'm done. So, you visit towns just like any RPG, you level up just like any RPG. Where this differs from most RPGs is this has a real-time battle system.
Sophia. I wonder if she's worried.
Can't sleep?
Yeah. I hope she... I'm also...
I don't blame you for being worried about it. We gotta focus on...
Yeah.
That goes for... You'll only end up making...
Good night.
So, you know, they have your typical RPG tropes, but where the game does differ is its action combat. One of the big negatives of the combat seen back in the early 2000s when this game came out was the fact that you essentially had 2 health bars. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, exactly what I'm saying.
What a relief!
Where Amina? What's wrong?
Please, you've got...
Amina? Did something happen to her?
Amina was on the mountain and she can't move. I'm too weak to...
An attack? Then there was something.
I'm afraid so. Oh, I should never have taken...
Man. What?
In the mountains on the way to Sa... Can you help?
Past a pointy rock. That'd be Douglas Forest.
To the west.
Hey, hang on.
Look, Cliff and Nell, you wait. I'll go rescue Amina.
You really think?
Not a chance. Not only that, I think it'd be safer.
Bandits?
That ain't good. Come on.
Let's go.
Okay. So it looks like we're gonna go save Amina now. Okay, so let's go get into a fight so I can show you the combat. So your MP can also kill you. How you attack are light and heavy attacks. You also have special skills all of the Tales of series. When you hold down a button, you can activate them. The big thing is breaking people's shielding. You see how when I did light attack, he shielded himself? So, you sometimes have to break shielding by continuously doing heavy attacks. Also, you have a Fury bar, which is sort of like a stamina gauge. Once you run out of Fury, you can no longer attack until it somewhat refills.
What? An attack from behind?
Surrounding can start you off at a lower Fury gauge.
Want some? Want some?
So, you have to watch 3 gauges this time around. You have to watch your Fury gauge, your MP gauge, and your health gauge. Now, back in 2000, this was controversial. A lot of people did not like it and thought it was a mistake to even have that system in place.
Looks like a good fight.
Want some? Want some?
So, as you can see,
Want some?
whenever I attack them at a super speed skill level, they have a shield that goes down. And he just attacked me. Fury can also be knocked down by the enemy, not just by you conducting a skill.
And I thought we were in for a challenge.
So, now on to the menu. You have multiple options in the menu. Symbology, which gives you base skills. Heal, antidote, science, magic basically. Skills setup. So these are going to give you your battle attacks. Like I have Blades of Fury and Critical Hit and Aerial. So let's set Blazing Sword to large. I have First Aid there, and I've had common support symbols there, so that's okay. Stun, Hammer of Might. She has no support skills yet. Mostly because you get a lot of those from items like books and stuff. So, also on your skill setup page, you have statuses. Now, you get points called SP points in this game, which you can then use to upgrade your stats. You also have tactical, which you can set for various, things like standard, homing, stuff like that. You have your basic item menu, equipment, which allows you to equip all your stuff. I always say hit optimize whenever you buy new equipment. It'll make setting up your character so much easier. Accessories seem to be the one weird thing they don't like to equip for some reason. You have a status gauge, which will give you your, HP, MP, attacks, what you have equipped, all that good stuff, and it'll tell you how much experience. Sort of like Kingdom Hearts 1's gauge is, you have your configuration, which allows you to turn on skip events and toggle the voices, battle camera, all that stuff, how you want to do sidestepping. Tactics, which can swap out party members, do different formations, and actually set tactics. A dictionary, which gives you all your terms for the game. If you want to read them, you can. I usually just save them for later and go, immediately through everything just to get it out of the way. Invention info. So, at a certain point in the game, you'll eventually unlock the capability to invent stuff.
Here's the tentative evaluation of the item. There isn't anything for which you
And you can file patents. You can do check the info, check info on your shop and stuff like that. You can change orders and alert stuff. So that's pretty cool. And then you have your memory card, which is saving and loading, because it does emulate a PS2 game. So yeah. The only other big negative I can find with this game is something I wish they would have updated since they added trophy support, is you still have to use L1 and R1 to turn the camera. I would have preferred that to go to the second analog stick, especially since it's not used for anything.
Real fight. Take them on.
Okay, and as you see, we just took out that enemy. Let's take out this enemy. Now, sometimes if you get lucky and they don't have a high shield, you can sometimes juggle an enemy too.
Death awaits the overconfident. Remember that.
So, as far as what I want to give gameplay, it's serviceable. There have been so many improvements in RPGs, and if Sony and Square really wanted to, they could have went in and patched even basics, like moving the camera control to the right analog stick. That would have been great. Even putting in the option. I understand there are some old school players who will want that old school Star Ocean feel. And hey, more power to them. But I would have preferred analog cameras. So, overall, I'm going to give gameplay a 3 out of 5. Okay, so, network. And what I mean by network, because there's no online play, trophy support specifically. I get they don't add a lot of trophies to any of the PS2 games, but their list in this game is pathetic. There should have been a whole lot more for this being a 40 to 70 hour RPG, depending on how good you are at it. I haven't died once, and I'm playing on Earth level, admittedly. But the trophy support for this game sucks. And Square, I would like for you in the future to work with Sony to think of some good trophies when you bring PS2 games to PS4 without, remastering them. I want like levels of what Final Fantasy 12 will more than likely have. What 10.2 had, what, hell, 7, the 7 release for PS4 had. I want those levels of trophies in PS2 games from you from here on out, Square. I can't accept 10 trophies as an excuse, and I know you're seeing this as more like what Xbox Live Arcade did, where 10 trophies is enough, but for an RPG of this length, it really is not. I give that a 2 out of 5. Overall, I'm going to give Star Ocean, Till the End of Time, a 3 out of 5. It's average, painfully average. A lot of its stuff has held good to this day, but it's still a painfully average RPG with ideals that were innovative at the time, but did not necessarily work. A trophy system that is not good at all. I would have loved to see more and more trophies to do around the crafting and using SP effectively. That would have been great. I would have liked to seen a minor texture upgrade. I'm almost not going to say this is director's cut, just simply because the polygons are too low. I actually have the director's cut installed on my PS2 emulator, and it does not look this bad in my opinion. And I'm running this in boost mode right now, so I am getting my 60 frames per second. I will say that, and I do like that. So, but overall, it's just an average game for $20. 21 technically, $20.99. I would say it's worth it. I would say if you can catch it on sale, definitely catch it on sale. So I'll be back a little bit later with the review for episode Propto for Final Fantasy 15. And this is Omega Zone Gaming, and I am out.